Hello, what time is it? It's 4:30 and it's time to learn about time. So today we are going to learn how to say what time it is. If you want to talk about time, usually you have hours and you have minutes. So let's learn how to talk about it. If, for example, it is 4:30, of course, you can say 4:30, or you can say 2:30 or 4 o'clock, for example, but sometimes people say it differently. For example, you can say 30 minutes past 4. Or sometimes if it's, for example, 4:40, people say 20 minutes to 4 or to 5 if it's 4:40. So why do we say to or past? In which cases do we say what? Let's learn. So, for example, if it is 4:30 or 4:20, for example, so less than 30 minutes, 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes, no more, we use the word past. So we say 4:30 or 30 minutes past 4, 4:20 or 20 minutes past 4. But if it's more than 30 minutes, for example, it is 4:40. We say how many minutes left to next hour. For example, we say 20 minutes to 5. If it is 4:50, it is 10 minutes to 5. So one more time, 4:20, we say 20 minutes past 4, and then 4:40, we say 20 minutes to 5, to next hour. Also, we have some special words. For example, a quarter. Quarter means 15 minutes. So, for example, if it is 4:15, we say, right, 15 minutes past 4 or quarter past 4. If it is 30 minutes, we can say half. For example, if it is 4:30, we can say half past 4. Okay, and let's talk about a few more expressions. So if, for example, our session, our webinar started at 4:30, but now it is 4:40, we can say that our webinar started 10 minutes ago. So 10 minutes ago means it happened in the past. Or for example, now it is 10 minutes to 4 and our webinar starts at 4. So we can say our webinar starts in 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, it means after 10 minutes. For example, you can say, I will start my webinar at 4 o'clock and I will finish it at 5 o'clock. So we will have our webinar for 1 hour. For 1 hour means about the period of time. So one more time, when we talk, when something happened in the past, we say how many minutes ago. If something would happen in the future, we say how many minutes, in how many minutes, in 10 minutes, in 20 minutes. And if we talk about the period, we say for 10 minutes, for 1 hour. Okay, very good. I hope you remembered. So now a little task for you. You will have to look at the clock and tell me what time it is. So look at this clock. What time is it? Okay, so you could say it's 2:15. It is 15 minutes past 2, or it is a quarter past 2. Okay, look at the next clock, please. So what time is it? It's 10 minutes past 10 or 10:10, right? Very good. Let's look at the next clock. Yes, right. So it is 20 minutes to 12 or 11:40, of course. Okay. Very good. Let's look at the next clock. What time is it now? Okay, it's 22 minutes past 8 or 8:22. Look at the next clock, please. What time is it? Okay, it's 10 minutes to 2 or 1:50. Look at the next clock, please. All right, what time is it now? It's 5 minutes past 9 or 9:05. And the last clock, it's 25 minutes past 7 or 7:25. So I hope you guessed it all right, and we can continue. Also, when we talk about time, usually we have different periods of time. Sometimes we talk about specific time, 4 o'clock, for example. Sometimes we talk about days, for example, Monday. And sometimes we talk about longer periods of time. For example, about months, for example, September, or about years, 2016. So when you talk about very small period of time, exact time, for example, 4 o'clock, we use preposition at. When we talk about days, we use preposition on. And when you talk about longer periods of time, for example, months, September, or years, 2016, we use preposition in. And we can associate this rule with a Christmas tree. It's very narrow on the top and it goes wider and wider down. So from the smallest period of time on the top, you have preposition at. A little longer period of time, about days, you have preposition on. And even longer periods of time, about months and years, you have preposition in. But let's associate it with a Christmas tree. Christmas tree usually has a beautiful star. And the star, it's exceptions. Some cases, some phrases that don't follow these rules. So let's think if it's Christmas tree. When we talk about holidays, for example, Christmas, we also use preposition at because it's just an exception. It's a unique, special phrase. Although this word Christmas means one day, and usually you want to say on, but it's a special day, it's a holiday. That's why you use preposition at, because our star is on the top above preposition at. Also, when you talk about sometimes when you rest, when all people rest, for example, night, all people sleep at night. So that's why you say at night. But when people wake up, about periods, longer periods of time, about intervals of time, we use preposition in. We say in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. But people sleep at night. That's why we use preposition at. That's right. And also, people usually rest at the weekend. So we say, right, at the weekend. So one more time. When you talk about specific, exact time, we use which preposition? At. When we talk about days or dates, for example, the 1st of September, we use preposition on. And when you talk about longer periods of time, months, years, we use preposition in. Okay, very good. And again, about intervals of time, you use preposition in when you say in the morning, in the afternoon. But don't forget the exceptions. We say at Christmas, at night, at weekend. All right, very good. And now I will teach you a few phrases which I hope you will remember and will be useful for you. So I will show you a few pictures. There is a phrase which is called waste time. And if you waste time, waste, it's rubbish, something you throw away and don't need. So if you waste time, it means you do something that you don't need, and so you waste the time, you do something not interesting, not necessary. So look at the picture, how you can waste time. Next one, to save time. For example, you have very little time and you need to do many, many things. So you try to save time and to do something quicker. Yes? So you can save time. And one more phrase about killing time. So if you kill time, you do something not interesting, very boring. So I hope that today you didn't kill and didn't waste your time, but learned a lot of interesting things about time. So what time is it? It's time to finish our webinar. I hope it was interesting and fun. If you have any questions, please write in your comments and subscribe to our channel. Bye-bye.